Hi there, in this tutorial we will learn how to create a postcard using different type of shapes. We just learned how to use different type of shapes in Adobe Photoshop, and right now we will create a Star Kids postcard using different type of shapes. So let's take a look on this example of using different type of shapes. So at first we have to create a new document, and therefore we have to click on this file menu, and from there we will go for new option. And here is the pop-up for creating our new document, and our width should be 5 inches and height should be 3.5 inches, and we will use 300 pixel per inches for resolution, and color mode should be RGB color. So let me click OK. So here is our new document, and before starting create our Star Kids postcard, I want to zoom out this image, and therefore we have to click this view menu, and from there we will go for zoom out option. Okay, so at first we will draw a large round shape, and therefore we have to use ellipse tool. To use ellipse tool, you have to right click with your mouse on rectangle tools, then you will get this ellipse tool option. Okay, so let's draw a large round shape, then we will customize it later. At first we have to draw the round shape. Okay, so this is our large round shape, and I don't want to use this black color as our fill color. I want to change the fill color, and therefore we have to click on this fill option, and from there we will go for color picker option. So here is the color picker option, and let's pick some better color. Okay, I want to go with this color. Okay, cool. And I want to add a big stroke in here, and therefore we have to increase the stroke pixel, and I want to put 100 pixel for stroke, and let me hit the enter button from my keyboard, and you can take a look. A big stroke, I mean 100 pixel stroke is added, but I don't want to use black color for our stroke. I want to change the black color, and to change this color you have to click on this stroke option, and we will pick yellow color. So here is the yellow color. Okay, now it looks good, and let me minimize the properties. Okay, looks good. And now we will draw a star, and therefore we have to use polygon tool. So to draw a star, we just have to use the polygon tool, and to use the polygon tool you just have to right click on here, then you will get this polygon tool option, and we will use this 5 sides, and from settings you have to use this star option, and you must have to use the smooth corners option. Okay, let's draw a star first. So let me draw a star in here. Okay, looks good, and we will use yellow color as well for fill color of star, and let's place this yellow star inside this rounded shape, and therefore we have to scale it. To scale this star you can press Ctrl or Command T from your keyboard, or you can use this edit menu. From there you will go for transform path option, and from there we will go for scale option. Okay, let's place this star in here, and let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, looks good, and let me hit the enter button, or you can click on this tick mark. Stroke, and therefore we have to change the settings. We will use only 5 pixel for stroke, and we will change the fill color, and therefore we have to click on this fill menu, and from there we will pick this yellow color, and we will use stroke color as well, and therefore we have to click on this stroke menu and we will pick this color for our stroke color, or we can go for black color. I think black will be better. Okay, looks really good. And right now we will use custom shape tool because we are creating a star kids postcard, therefore we have to place a kids shape inside this star, and therefore we will use the custom shape tool. To use custom shape tool, we just have to right click on this polygon tool, then we will get this custom shape tool option. Okay, so here is the option for shape. You just have to click on here, and let's find a kid's shape inside this shapes. So let's find the kids shapes. Here is the kids shapes, but we can go for this horse riding kids. So let me click on this horse riding kids shapes, and let's draw a horse riding kids shapes inside this star, and we will use white color for this horse riding kids shapes fill color. So from the fill option we will go for white color. So here is the white color, and let me hit the enter button in my keyboard, and you can take a look. Now it looks really much better, and we used 5 pixel stroke for this horse riding kids. Okay, now we will draw a rectangle shape in here, and inside the rectangle shape we will write the star kids text, and therefore we have to use the rectangle tools at first. And to use the rectangle tools, you just have to right click on here, then you will get this rectangle tool option. Okay, let me draw a rectangle shape first, then we will modify it. Okay, and we will change the radius for each corner, and let's change the radius for each corner. Okay, we will go for 35 pixel for each corner. Okay, looks good. And let me minimize the properties, and I want to reduce the opacity for this rectangle shape, and here is the option for reducing the opacity, and let's reduce the opacity. Okay, 52% seems good. And now we will type star kids text inside this rectangle shape, and therefore we have to use the type tool. So here is the type tool, and let's write star kids. Okay, star kids, and here is the tick mark. You can use this tick mark, or you have to press Control or Enter button. Control and Enter button are those who you are using Mac, you have to press Command and Enter button. So let me click on this tick mark, and we have to scale it. And to scale this text, we have to press Control or Command T from our keyboard, and let's scale it properly with this rectangle shape. Okay, cool. Looks good. Now we will insert an image in this blank white space, and therefore we have to click the file menu, and from there we will go for place embedded option, and inside our exercise file we will get this Steven Unsplash image inside the symbol and shapes tools folder. You have to select this Steven Unsplash image and then you have to click place. You can take a look. This image is placed inside our postcard document and we have to scale it. Let's scale it properly. And I want to move it in here. Okay, looks good. And you can hit enter button on your keyboard or you can click on the tick mark. Okay, looks good. Now we have to move this Steven Unsplash layer below the ellipse or rounded shape layer. So we have to move this layer and we have to place under the rounded or ellipse layer. So let's find where is the rounded shape layer. Here is the layer. It's named ellipse 1 and we have to place this image under this ellipse 1 layer. So let's move it from top to bottom. We want to move this Steven Unsplash layer, therefore you have to drag and drop this layer under the ellipse 1 layer. Okay, now it looks good. And we have to reduce the opacity for ellipse 1 layer. I mean, we want to reduce a little opacity for this round shape, and you just have to select this ellipse 1 layer and then from the opacity option we will reduce the opacity for 95%. Let me type 95 and let me hit the enter button. Okay, cool. Okay, you can take a look. A Starcades postcard is created, and to create this postcard we used ellipse tool for creating a rounded shape, and we used 100 pixel stroke, and then we used a rectangle shape for creating this Starcades text frame, and we also used polygon tool to draw a star, and we used custom shape tool for draw a horse riding kit inside the star, and finally we added an image in our postcard. So this is just an example for creating a simple Starcades postcard using different type of shapes in Adobe Photoshop.